You won't believe the price of this crazy luxury item Cardi B bought Offset, but is now regretting due to new rumors of Offset cheating again. With that said, leave a like and subscribe. $1 million birthday ring.
My parents.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
For Cardi's 27th birthday, Offset went to Pristine Jewelers in NYC and had them make a 20-carat diamond ring for her. By the jeweler's own admission, this particular ring was one that was very special, amongst almost unique in terms of its form and structure with the diamonds itself. Plus, the main piece of the ring is a heart-shaped diamond on the top to show his love for the queen of rap. All in all, it's a very extravagant piece, and given that Cardi B loves to sing that she loves diamonds, you can bet that she loved this piece all over the place. You see, this is what I was talking about in regards to these two being over the top, because Offset could have went very basic for her birthday gift. A trip, a night out on the town, a very romantic dinner with certain things thrown in, but to give her $1 million ring, that's a lot. I mean, being objective here, what would have happened if they split up not long after that? What would have happened then? You can't just ask for the ring back because it was a gift to her. What would she have done with it? Well, given that it's Cardi B, it's very likely that she would have kept it and flaunted it around a lot, or sold it so she could get even more diamonds on her hands. It's hard to say when it's Cardi B we're talking about. Either way though, that's one heck of a birthday gift, don't you think? The car and watch combo.
Damn, brand new car, huh?
So we know that Offset can do really good when it comes to getting gifts for his wife. But what about Cardi B for Offset? Can she live up to the expectations of the big gifts? Does she have it within her to spend big and make her man proud? Do you really even have to ask? Because we know Cardi B loves to spend money, and for Offset's 26th birthday, she didn't just go for one gift, she went for two. Both incredibly expensive and both incredibly big in their presentation. It all started simply enough when Cardi, Offset, and some of his closest friends were doing a night on the town and partying like no tomorrow. But when the time came to leave, Cardi B surprised Offset with a Rolls-Royce Wraith. For those of you who don't know, this is a top-of-the-line car and one that can be decked out with all sorts of special features. To that end, it was a new model, and we know that she didn't skimp on any of the features because she wanted to make Offset as happy as possible. So let's be fair and say that the car costs about $500,000. But that was just the first gift, because after he got into the car, she blessed him with a second gift, a diamond-filled watch. Now we don't know the make and model of the watch or how many diamonds it had, but based on the videos and images of it, it looks like it cost a pretty penny to make it shine as it does. So if we're to ballpark it, I wouldn't be surprised if that watch also didn't cost something from $250,000 to $500,000. Just depends on the brand and the diamonds. What might be the most interesting part of this though is that Cardi B swore up and down that she used her own money for these buys, proving that she's going all out for Offset. Trap House chain.
Yes, sir. That's that bando emoji. My baby bought me this.
Okay, remember that I said that Offset really loves his jewelry? Well, Cardi B has not been the best person to help stem what many people call an addiction, but what might be one of the priciest gifts she ever got him is the Trap House chain, one that costs over $250,000 and had over 150 carats of diamonds. If you're wondering why it's called the Trap House chain, that would be because the door of the house actually opens, and inside of it is a very detailed house that features two different figures of Offset. Without a doubt, this is a very weird item, especially when you consider that the two mini Offsets have weapons in their hands, but Offset seemed to love it, as he does love unique bling. Baby and baby bling. For the record, I'm not putting a price on a baby, that would be wrong and cruel, but I am saying that when it comes to this baby, both Cardi B and Offset are not opposed to going all out for culture. Though one would not argue that a baby is a gift, what's more important in this instance is that the gift got a lot of gifts from mom and dad that would quite literally make anyone in a 20-mile radius cry. Why do I say that? Well, let's just talk about the parties that have been thrown in honor of little culture, like her first official birthday party that happened some months ago. The cost of just the party, not including the gifts, was over $400,000. And again, that's for a baby. There are people all over who would love to have $400,000 just to pay off some bills, let alone spend stuff on their children. So yeah, that's something. But then there is the baby bling. Yes, Cardi B and Offset are not only buying jewelry items for themselves, but also for their child, who probably doesn't even know what's being draped on them. What exactly is Cardi draped on her child? How about an $80,000 jewelry piece, or diamond bracelets, or in one of the most lavish gifts that she got for her child, a $100,000 necklace that had diamonds surrounding a bunch of animals for her daughter to enjoy. Her logic for buying such a gift: she was a bat and we should know that she was going to spoil her daughter. You do that, Cardi B. The take me back gifts. Okay, we're gonna be dedicating a part of this list to a very sad and pathetic publicity stunt that these two orchestrated in 2018 and 2019. One that I'm sure cost a lot of money in certain aspects, but I want to focus on one particular part of the whole terrible and dumb incident. To keep things short, Cardi B and Offset appeared to split up in late 2018, but Offset was making plays to try and win Cardi B back, and since he knew that his girl liked shiny and expensive things, he decided that he would try to literally buy her back. But how would he do that? By getting her a bunch of things like expensive shoes, expensive bling, and even some designer purses. Now, the reason of which these gifts were given to her was for Christmas, even though they said they wouldn't spend Christmas together. And while he may not have ranked up the budget in terms of value, it's hard to top $1 million ring, he did go for volume, and he almost literally showered her with gifts, including a $15,000 purse, some diamond jewelry, shoes, the works. She made a post thanking him for the gifts, but then deleted it to maintain the illusion of what was going on at the time. I'm rolling my eyes just thinking about it. Anyway, that just goes to show you the lengths that the two of them were going to try and sell the breakup. And should a breakup actually happen for real, Cardi B can take heart in knowing that a lot of take me back gifts are coming her way. And since she most definitely is a material girl, you have to wonder if she'd pull a stunt just to get some more stuff out of him. You never know. Did you want to win any of these items on the screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right back into the video. Atlanta mansion. Like any good couple, Cardi B and Offset need a place to live, but that was a bit more of a struggle than you might think. Cardi was born and raised in New York, in the Bronx no less. Offset was with his family in Atlanta, Georgia, and only does occasion work in New York. So here you have two people with two different places to call home. So where do you build a mansion for the two? Cardi had the answer to that. Offset's never comfortable in New York, Cardi told GQ in an April interview. He loves down south. He told me to move with him in Atlanta. I stayed in his house a couple times, but it's so hard to live there. He decided though that we're going to build a house in Atlanta, and that's the house that we're gonna raise our kids in. But my job is in New York, always, so I can barely spend time in Atlanta. But here's the twist though. While they're currently living in Offset's home in Atlanta that he had before they were together, and Cardi B has her pad in New York that she crashes in when she's not doing music, the two are still working on their dream house, to the extent that they actually bought up 5 plots of land for over $250,000, just so that they could have the space to build up their dream home. And again, that's just for the plots of land. That's not counting the actual building and construction of the home, which no doubt will be lavish, full of over-the-top things, and much more. Plus, given that they're the type of people to throw parties, they're going to want a lot of space for things like cars, a pool, a rec room, and who knows what else. Given that many rappers' mansions cost in the millions, and that's just for one rapper, it's not a stretch to think that this could be at least $10 million. A wedding. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky because we don't have a lot of details as to what went on in the wedding of Cardi B and Offset. We really don't. We know that they got married in 2017, but it was the very definition of a secret marriage. When they came out as a married couple, the rap world was shocked. That's pretty rare in this day and age, when you get one over on all the media and such. So by that token, we honestly can't say for certain just how much they spent on their wedding. However, we do know the personalities of these two over-the-top rappers, and we do know a few things about their wedding, such as an engagement/wedding ring that Cardi got from Offset. He got her an 8-carat diamond ring that was worth about $500,000. It was a lovely pear-shaped ring that ironically mirrored Paris Hilton's engagement ring that she got not long before then. And that was just the engagement ring. Imagine how much the wedding ring cost. Given that Offset is known for his big purchases with jewelry that has also gotten him in trouble with the law, just so you know, it would be fair to say that the full-on ring was at least $1 million, if not more. Then you have to figure in the wedding dress, which Cardi won't skimp on because she would want to look perfect in it in every way. Offset no doubt got himself a designer suit to look the part as well, and probably brought some extra jewelry. That's of course not including things like the venue, which can be very expensive, the food, the gifts for the guests, and on and on. All told, we'd be surprised if the wedding didn't cost millions of dollars on its own. But again, that's par for the course with this couple. The publicity stunt.
Yo, I'm gonna fucking do you know the jet skiing service that we went to yesterday so I could put them on blast?
How is a publicity stunt a gift? And how do you spend money on a publicity stunt? Well, it's simple and not so simple. You see, Cardi B and Offset decided to do what many people consider a publicity stunt to be by pretending to break up and then faking their estrangement. And this led to a lot of weird and expensive moments. So let's start at the beginning, shall we? To cut right to the heart of the matter, Offset had been accused of having an affair, and a tape showed up proving this fact. What's more, there were other tapes that had been confirmed to be real and featured Offset in more compromising positions, which is not a good look for a loving husband like Offset claimed claimed he was. So what did Cardi B do? At first, nothing. But then on Instagram, she made a video with minimal clothing stating that she and Offset were separated. To be clear, they weren't getting a divorce, they were just separated. Then Offset made some comments stating that it was because of the fans begging Cardi to divorce him that the separation happened. Case closed? Not even close. Offset showed up at a concert of hers not long after, somehow got on stage with not only a working microphone, but a float asking her to come back to him. Which doesn't make sense because if it was a concert, he wouldn't have been allowed backstage, and she was clearly shocked to see him. Plus, how did he get the float on stage without anyone knowing about it beforehand? How did he even get into the building? And why did someone give him a working microphone so that he could interrupt her concert? It screamed a setup, but it got worse and dumber. Mere days after saying that they wouldn't see each other for the holidays, both Cardi B and Offset were caught on camera by TMZ on a jet ski together in Puerto Rico. You could say that this is a very eye-opening move, especially since they weren't seeing each other. The worst part though was when Cardi B was questioned about the incident. She said she was just with him to sleep with him, which is certainly a Cardi B answer. But why did she have to go to Puerto Rico just to do that when she could have easily just invited him to their house? Also, why the jet ski ride? The illusion thankfully came crashing down at the 2019 Grammys, where the two walked the red carpet together and then subsequently made out in front of the cameras. Cardi even thanked Offset during an acceptance speech for an award. So let's break this down into financial sense, shall we? To make this stunt work, they had to live in different places, do a bunch of posts and interviews stating that they weren't together. Then they had their friends and other close sources, who were in on this no doubt, sowing the seeds that they weren't together. Then Offset had to spend all kinds of money to do things like the stage stunt, and then there was a trip to Puerto Rico, and so on. You see how dumb this is? They probably spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, in order to try and sell this illusion. All for what? Publicity? To bring more attention to them for whatever reason? No one really knows, and that's why it's so dumb. Because imagine all the good they could have done if they had spent that money on other things instead of trying to inflate their own spotlight. But I'll move on. Future gifts. What we've shown you so far in this list is but a small part of the larger tapestry of all the insane and ludicrous and expensive gifts that Offset and Cardi B have given to each other over the course of their relationship. Let me be clear, there are more pieces of jewelry, more cars, more outfits, more things spent in music videos and such that you can possibly imagine a price tag on. But what might be the most scary part of all of this is that they're still together. And that means with every year, with every birthday of themselves or culture, with every anniversary, with every new record deal or hit song they make, the gifts that they'll give to each other may be more and more extravagant. I would not want to be the person who has to help them top their previous gifts, given how much it would likely cost to do just that. But there you have it, a look at the many gifts that Cardi B and Offset have presented each other over the years. Can you believe how many millions these two have spent on each other? What do you think is the reason they're so over the top in their spending? Do you want any of these items that have been listed here? Why don't you let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe. I'm King Trending, and I'll see you next time.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.